So I'm just gonna go ahead and look over some stuff. I want you to see something, and I'm gonna show you something, and it looks real similar. Let's go ahead and check this out.
Ceremony for a new factory.
Did she mention seeing anyone who was sick? Anyone on a plane, the airport?
No, she said she was jet lagged.
The average person touches their face 3 to 5 times every waking minute. In between, we're touching doorknobs, water fountains, and each other.
Matt! Mom? No, go up to your room, honey. So we have a virus with no treatment protocol and no vaccine at this time.
You had a seizure this morning, Beth.
She had a history of seizures and allergies.
As of last night, there are 32 cases.
Unfortunately, she did die.
Right. So can I go talk to her?
Mr. Amoff, your wife is dead.
What are you talking about?
Okay.
What happened to her? What happened to her? Is there any way someone could weaponize the bird flu is how we're looking at it? Someone doesn't have to weaponize the bird flu. The birds are doing that.
Watch this. It's transmission, so we just need to know which direction.
On day 1, there were 2 people, and then 4, and then 16. In 3 months, it's 1 billion. That's where we're headed.
They're calling out the National Guard. They're moving the president underground. People will panic. Get away! It will tip over.
The truth is being kept from the world.
Cook your samples, destroy everything. Hello. I need you to get me the names of everyone who serviced this room. It's an emergency.
You can't panic now.
I know.
I'm gonna get you home. I got people too, Dr. Cheever. We all do.
Don't talk to anyone. Don't touch anyone. Stay away from other people.
Get back in your car!
We're not sick!
It's figuring us out faster than we're figuring it out.
It's mutated.
This Valentine's Day,
When the avalanche is coming, what happened next?
ditch the kid.
That look real familiar, right? Real familiar. It's spreading. See on here, that's what they lying about. How many people really got this stuff. You see how this one don't got Chicago on it? This one got Chicago on it. Come on. It's spreading. And it's allergy season, so you really don't know who's sick. Because I've been having, I've been sick. You know? But mine was from throwing, hay bales and stuff like that. So, but yeah, the Most High's putting the spirit on us to move. A lot of you ahchyam out there might be losing jobs. I know I'd be losing jobs, dealing with these stupid ass gang stalking ass people and all this stuff. People don't make sense, or just dealing with Esau alone. You know what I mean? Being a straight man, you got enemies. You got the gay men that's your enemy. You got these so-called black women that's your enemies, Israelite women. And then you got these damn Esau's that's your enemy. So it's just we got enemies. But I just want to show you this. Show you that it ain't gonna get better. It's gonna get a lot worse. How about Shimmy Al-Shai is gonna keep this stuff moving. So for you men out there that's pilgriming or losing your jobs, losing everything for the Most High, that's great. Continue doing that. Stay in the spirit. Because, he's your friend. Make him your best friend. Because, honestly, the rest of the world sucks, It really fucking sucks. Everything else, it fucking sucks. There's no way. It sucks. I know we getting looked at by women and stuff, but these women is agents too, so fuck them, Just stay in the faith, you know what I mean? And honestly, we at the time where ahchyam Shai, he's already showing himself, man. And like like I just said, that King David got picked up on a chariot before, before it's time to go. King David got picked up on a chariot and delivered from his enemies. So some of us, like Ariad was saying, is going to be on the chariot before it's even time to go. And that's the spirit, because I had dreams, and I was telling people, I put it on Twitter, that I had got picked up on a chariot, and it was around our New Year's, which is coming up, and this was like a couple years ago. And I told them, I told her about it. I was like, man, I had on different wardrobe. It was like I had on like army gear, and it was like shiny as shit, like black gold or something. I don't know if there is a black gold, but that shit was tight. It make Black Panther look like nothing. And I was flying around in my chariot, and everybody was scared, because like we took control of all the TVs, all the radios, and everything, looking for my daughter. And we put on the thing, we said, hey, this is my daughter. If any man or anybody touches her, you'll be put to death. Bring her to me. And within a half hour, she came to me, and then even some women wanted to go with me. And even the women that came, that I said, okay, and I took their hand. As soon as they stepped on my chariot, they instantly changed. Their wardrobe changed to like a white dress with like gold around like the collar and the sleeves, and like they was looking good. And even if they had been fat, they body slimmed out and they got taller. If they was like fat and short, and their hair just flopped out from nowhere. And I put that on Twitter a while back. And I always, it's funny, because that's nothing. Because even before my daughter was born, and that was before my daughter was born. That was before my daughter was born, because even before my daughter was born, I had known what she looked like and everything. And I would always tell my wife, I'd be like, yo, it's just gonna be me and her, and it's just gonna be like that, because a lot of these women's wicked, they don't want to listen. Whoop de whoop. A lot of these women gonna get put to death. A lot of you men gonna get put to death. But yeah, I forgot where I was going. Salakia. Yeah, keep that faith, It seems like everything's trying to stop you. Most likely when everybody else is mad because you're doing what you're doing, you're probably doing it for the right, you're probably going the right way. You know what I mean? If the world hates you, they're supposed to hate you. Like the Bible says, you're not of the world. Because if you were of the world would love its own. So if they don't like you, perfect. If they, and one of the ox said something that was good yesterday too. He said, woe unto them who the world talks good about, or like I can't remember the verse. Basically, if we getting shit talked about us all the time, that's good. Because that's all I hear all the time, people talking shit. I be like, y'all be talking shit, y'all don't even know me. Or y'all be talking shit, y'all don't train me. You know what I mean? Y'all be talking shit, but when I check y'all on your stuff, it don't make sense. Like, it was woe unto them. You gonna be hated. You gonna be hated as soon as they see you, like you walk in a room and all the women eyes is up on you. When they can't stop hitting you or touching you, and their boyfriends is standing right there. And their boyfriend might look better than you. You know what I mean? It's we different than most of these people. We different, And sometimes you just, like, it's a humbling feeling to humble yourself underneath others. You know what I mean? Like, knowing that, it's just like, damn, I could take this dude's woman. But at the same time, you're like, fuck no, that's disgusting. Because you're like, why would I want to go into a woman that another man went into? Like, come on. You got to start realizing that we the gold. And you don't dig out gold and just put it back in a nastier spot. You keep your gold shiny. You don't get gold and then go put it into a sewage system. You know what I mean? You got to keep your gold. You know what I mean? So you gold, don't be putting your gold into a spot where it ain't golden. You know what I mean? So, the Most High is releasing these plagues. He's releasing these pestilence. He got me up right now. I was up coughing. And I just got up and was like, all right, I'm up, Father. So he must have wanted me to do this video. I go through a lot of stuff. So I know a lot of ahchyam out there going through a lot of stuff. So, sometimes you just got to keep questioning. I talk to the Most High out loud all day. I don't care. People be like, this nigga is crazy. I be laughing. I do. And I be telling the other ahchyam, I be laughing. I don't give a damn. And when people ask me why I talk to myself, I tell them the truth. I say, it says that the kingdom of God, is it within you? I said, he don't reside in no temple built by hands. He's inside you. So I'm like, why would you not want to talk to yourself? Why would you want advice from anybody? You know what I mean? You want somebody to add advice to you, to hold you down. You already know what the answer is. Talk to yourself. I tell them, it's like, you know why I talk to myself? Because if it don't sound right out loud to me, then that shit don't sound right. Sometimes repeat stuff that people say to you back out loud and then see if it sound right. Somebody be lying to you in your face and you say it out loud and then they hear it and then be like, that shit don't make sense. And then they start mumbling and stumbling. You can't lie to yourself. I mean, you can. And that's how you change yourself. You could lie to yourself and be like, you ugly, and every day you wake up, you're going to start getting ugly. Or you could lie to yourself and start telling yourself that you're great, and then you wake up and you start becoming great. So even with that, that is no lie. You actually changing that. So you're making it true. Like the Bible says, as a man thinketh, so shall it be. It says, ye are gods. When you start thinking that you're a god, then you're going to be a god. You start thinking that you're going to be a hunter, maybe the Most High going to make you a hunter. You start thinking you are the elect, you're going to start acting like the elect. Doesn't mean that you are, but at least you're going to act like it. It says practice the righteous things. So, yeah, just forgot where I was going with that too. It's like, hey, sometimes it's just the Most High he wants you to say what he's saying, But yeah, man, talk to yourself, man. And I be thinking about that too. Like sometimes I told a dude the other day at work, I was like, I habla solo. I talk to myself. Like why, if you can't be like in agreement unless you walk hand in hand, why would I want to talk to the rest of y'all niggas? Like for what? Y'all niggas ain't into the Bible. What y'all want to talk about? Drugs? You want to talk about the NBA? You want to talk about Kobe? Like all that small talk shit, I don't really like doing it. I do it just so I don't be rude to people. Because realistically, I be like I laugh and be around the corner like, man, fuck these people. Like, on some real shit. Like, what is a god to do to talk with a demon? You know what I mean? Like, what's the point of me talking? If you don't consider yourself a god, then how are we on the same level? We need that separation. You know what I mean? Like Paul the Revelator. Like Luke Skywalker. That separation got to be there, So people are like, why you talk to yourself? Because what other God can I talk to? This is the only way that I can communicate with the other gods of my forefathers. So I'm thinking out loud, talking to them. Like they hear me talking right now. That's just prayer, you know what I mean? People say, why you talking to yourself? Just be like, this is prayer that you just don't understand. Fuck it. Talk to yourself. Like, you don't need everybody else. You be best friends with you. How about you, man? Like, I literally talk out loud. Like, I be driving. Like, yesterday I was driving, doing a 6-hour drive. And literally, I'm talking out loud to y'all about you outside. I'm like, man, I love talking to you. Like, I be talking to him like he really sitting right there next to me. Like he really there listening to me. And I be like, you know what? Sometimes I'll be understanding, like, I talk to him like I be asking questions and stuff. Like I talk to him. Like you got to think when Ezra was walking around, people probably thought he was crazy too. But back then they understood. They like, who's that dude talking to? Probably talking to God. Just because you can't see it, he's probably talking to Yahweh. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean that's not what's happening. You know what I mean? People, that's what I say. People try to go and make people seem crazy and put them on medication when in fact It's the other way around. You guys are the crazy ones. Because what's the word crazy mean? It means doing the same thing and expecting a different result. Y'all do the same shit and expect something to change. Go to these same churches, give your money away the same all the time, and expect for healing. You expect that how about Shimei Shai is gonna help you. You keep getting with these women and letting them use you, and keep losing women and girlfriends, and you think that stuff is gonna change by you being the same way, by you getting a new haircut. That's still do. Even if you get something new, you still doing the same thing because Yahushua made stuff new, but it's still the same. Y'all think, well, let me get a new car, but you still the same. You ain't changed. You still worried about what everybody else thinks. You just got a new car. You know what I mean? You still trying to impress the same type of women. You just got a new car. You might make more money, but you still doing the same shit. You know what I mean? So you still ain't go. Even if you make more money and you still doing the same shit, you just doing it at a higher level now. How's that advancing? You're not. You're doing the same thing over, and you expecting a different result. You are. You are. You think you got a new job, so you different. You getting the same people that you hanging out with. Y'all just making more money. You ain't changing. And in fact, you may be waxing yourself worse and worse. You know? Change. You want to know how you know if you changing? If you didn't gone from me, I've gone from BMW. I've gone from homelessness to BMWs, back to being, back to basically being homeless. You know, dealing with stuff, jobs and whatever, all because I want to farm and feed Yasha Allah. You know what I mean? Buying land. It ain't even about me. It's if the Most High want to allow it. You know, He got me on a mission, and you know, it seems like everything is getting all messed up. But that's when you got to rejoice, you know, that He's still working with you because you're still going through stuff. You know, if He just gave you everything, it was just like, fuck it. Just give Him everything. Like, it'll kind of make you wonder. You know? Like, you should wonder, because when I don't get a response or something, when I'm like praying, or I'm not seeing no signs, and I'm like, are you dealing with me? I know I be sinning here and there, making a mistake. Are you still dealing with me? You know, I'm still on my mission. You know, I still pray. What is, you know, like, are you dealing with me? You know? Y'all got to be asking them kind of questions. You know, you got people that just don't give a damn, man. You got everybody worried. It's so funny because you got everybody worried about Kobe Bryant. Like my wife said yesterday, because I'm driving, and I might as well not even call her my wife. I don't even know what the fuck she is. But, like it says, those who have wives be as though they have none. You know, she over here chasing her money, making like 70,000, and I can't do that. I was making good money, but I just fuck that. Because the stuff that I realized that I was doing, making that money, I'm like, this is wicked. And I would complain to the people, and I'm like, you guys feel good about what you're doing? But these people feel so bad about Kobe Bryant. Like my wife was like, his daughter died in there. You would feel bad if, you know, if you would feel bad, or want your daughter to feel bad if you died in a car accident, or not car accident, in a helicopter crash or something. I was like, what you mean? Or something like, you know, I'm supposed to feel bad because him and his daughter died when you keep my daughter away from me? Like, what? Like, that, like, the shit these women say, they feeling bad about the daughter of a different celebrity who got money and stuff, but yet these women don't feel bad for their own kids, which they keep away from the fathers. And I'm like, And then, like, she said some stuff like, my daughter be calling her uncle daddy. I said, first of all, y'all better check that, because just because I'm doing what I'm doing, out here trying to build up and prepare for what's coming, not that I can prepare, but it's like, there might be, I don't know why he has me doing what I'm doing, you know? I have a feeling it's because there's going to be other, my thought process from what I've seen is I think that there's going to be other Israelites that come up there and we're going to be chilling, eating in the wilderness, you know, while everybody else is getting jacked up. And then after that, when he said move somewhere else, we're going to get up and we're going to move somewhere else. That's just what it's going to be until he put us in a bunker or do whatever it is. But, yeah, so it's like, I'm like, you want me to feel bad for a man who's seeing his daughter when you keep my daughter away from me just because I'm out here trying to farm and build up and do what the Most High told me to do. Be set apart, do what I'm supposed to do through dreams that he told me. Like, you really mad at me about that you keep my daughter away, but you want me to feel bad for this nigga. Like, I'm like, these women say some of the stupidest shit. I'm like, bro, like, yo, it's like, how you gonna be in agreement saying that I'm right? Like, we're not teaching about the Bible or something, but they get so mad. Like, my wife got mad because I was listening to videos. She's like, it's 3 hours of driving and all you guys are doing is talking about death and destruction. I'm like, that's what the Bible's talking about. No, the Bible's not just about death and destruction. Yeah, most of the Bible's about death and destruction. But, yeah, just stand the truth. Stay focused. Because right now, we all be slipping and we in them times we under attack. But who cares, you know what I mean? These people trying to stop us from doing what we got to do. But it's cool. Just pray for their death. Like, honestly, I pray for their death. The other ahchyam help you pray for their death. So, with that said, things about to get worse and worse. These viruses ain't going away. These plagues ain't going away. These women is dying. They getting sick. So, they're killing their kids. And it's funny because they talking more about this virus, but forgetting that there's still riots going on in Iraq. You still got riots going on in, different various parts of the country. They ain't talking about the riots that's going on in China. But they want to talk about just the virus. That's it. So, with that said, get ready for famine. Because if you can't eat, how you going to eat if everybody coughing on all the food? How you going to eat if you can't go to the store? Everybody's sick. You see them over there loading up on food. Man, it ain't about to get better. It's about to get worse. Shalom. Yeah, how about Shimmy Shah?